So as usual, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome everyone for our Thursday session. I thought maybe today, um, working on a bit of a theme, and the theme is as things become more and more disjointed and unstable, and you're able to see some of the enforced narratives that just keep hearing the same story over and over and over again, so you can't look at anything outside that. But as you begin to recognize some of the narratives which are being created and held in place, so you feel that, whatever, so and so is a bad guy, so and so is a good guy, doing this is good, doing this is bad. But deep down inside, when you come across some of the decisions, whether it's the slaughter going on in the Middle East or in Ukraine or in other parts of the world, that wrong. Fundamentally, at your heart level, it is wrong to slaughter children. It's just wrong. Right? There's no debate about it. There's no debate because you just know within yourself. So this dissonance is starting to become more and more apparent. Things that you feel are wrong, things that don't quite align with your space, and it's not thinking. It's like a knowing. It's a knowing. It's no, this isn't right. But yet you're unable to say anything about it. You're unable to express that. You're unable to voice that, to be heard. So what happens is it creates this disalignment. And what that does is, again, you will find that unless you address it, your blood pressure will go up, your heart rate will go up. Why? Because within you, you're in a flight-fight response system. You kicked it off because now there is a level of conflict going on. So whenever you're in conflict, fear rises. Whenever you're in conflict, blood diverts from your stomach to other parts, many different changes take place, and this impacts your health. So it's really becoming more and more obvious, certainly within the work that we're doing, that as the, the apparent illusion of authority, and I'll use that word very carefully, apparent illusion of authority, those you thought had authority over you, you trusted them even though you thought they were cats, even though you thought they were like untrusty, but I have some faith in them. Now that is starting to disappear. So some of the examples you will see are like um, individuals who stopped the possibility of reducing violence, and if there was any chance of it, they've scuppered it. And these people are supposed to be responsible people. And when this kind of information begins to leak out, which it is now, and we've been warning about this for the last 2 years, exposure, exposure, exposure. And this exposure is at an external level, but also an internal, right? Meaning you're starting to see things that you took for granted, and now you're realizing maybe that's not the way to kind of go through life. Within this process, now the good news is, within this process, religions will fall and are falling. Doesn't matter what they are. Makes no difference. Why? Because religions are based on belief. You believe something. Someone's told you, I don't know, X, Y, and Z did this, and this happened to this person, and then this person is the son or the woman of God, or daughter of God, or whatever. It's in a book, or um, uh, you know, different types of gods. Did you know that the Hindu um, diversity in worship is 330,000 different variations of the same God? 330. So it kind of fits everyone. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you are. Yeah, if you're a meat eater, yeah, you got one of those. Yeah, if you are a vegan, you got one of those. But what's remarkable is the diversity. That diversity can exist even within, and within that diversity, there's a kind of a sort of a unity. So when belief systems, right? Belief system means that you take the opinion of another to be a fact and truth. And all religions are based on this. All of them. Someone else has told you this is the word of God or whatever it is, whatever the supreme authority is, whether it's whatever you see it as, and it's always external. That's the other thing. They always tell you it's external. This is the truth, and you have to abide by this. And if you don't abide by this, then you are a sinner. But what's remarkable is in all the different religions, right? So if you looked at the Jain religion, right, they cover their mouth, and when they're walking, they're sweeping the floor so they don't even step on an insect because life is so, so important. Then you have another religion, so they will see that to kill life as a sin. Then you have another religion that will say, actually, when you kill an animal, you release it and you liberate it. So it has a better life. So I am doing good in killing animals, right? Yet they all are believers. And that belief system now will become more and more apparent. And as it becomes more apparent, people will begin to question, and they still are, and realize that most of this is just ways of holding your mental space. So you belong to a particular group. And we will move from religions to a new way of understanding life, godliness, whatever you want to call it. But let's use the word spirituality. But that word is a bit loaded, right? It's a bit loaded. But this is now the shift that we will grapple to. And you will see around, people will be grappling, thinking, I need to find something that gives me meaning. Because all those things that I thought gave me meaning seem to be falling apart. So when we talk about this spirituality, it's not looking for meaning outside yourself. It's discovering that meaning within yourself. In fact, becoming that meaning. You don't discover it, you become it. That's what I mean by spirituality. And in that process that we go through, we will shed many different ways that we thought were normal. And I wouldn't be surprised in maybe a year or 2 years' time, maybe even by the end of this year, by the time we look back and say, did we used to live like that? Like, for example, if you were to look at pre-COVID, seems like a distant dream. Did we used to live like that? Yeah? Normality, what was normal, what was acceptable. Yeah? No one wanted to force their opinion on you. That I'm a this, I'm a that. There was none of that. But it became so violent now that we can't even speak about things. Or you will find most people can't. Or they feel intimidated. Whatever it is, race, whatever it is, it makes no difference. Why? Because you shout it down. No one wants to debate. It's become opinion. And this opinion is no different from belief. What's the difference between that and some of these fundamentally violent religions? That you have to think the way I tell you to think. And if you don't, I shall destroy you. Is that not the same culture that is now kind of brewing up in society, but through woke? Through you are not allowed to express or offend me in any way, even by addressing me. And I have the right to shout you down. So we're getting into this rather the same nonsense that's in religious worldviews is now shifting from religions into social cultural norm. Whether it lasts or not, I don't know. Maybe 2 years, maybe 5 years. I don't think it's going to last because it's nonsense, right? And I'm not just talking about this. It's just nonsense. It's not about living ethically, those kind of things. It's about the right for human expression and the ability to sit with each other and talk with each other, to discover that there can be a different perspective, which I have not discovered yet, but not that I am right and you are wrong. So, this conflict, as it becomes more and more apparent, which it is, as you see around you, you will find that you, I, everyone will need time out. Will need time out of this. This is where your spirituality, your growth begins. Taking that 5 minutes out, 10 minutes out, call it meditation, but that's one part of it. Out of that will arise other ideas, other understandings. And you will discover, as I will or anyone else will, what does it mean to be human, knowing that this life is in fact going to become really precious. At the moment it's precious, but it's going to become really precious when we see that actually it can be so easily disorientated. It can so easily be manipulated, and it can also easily be extinguished just because someone thinks it can. Just because someone thinks it can. And until humanity, we, you, me, everyone, realizes it's not all to spend so much money in working out how to burn children. It's not on. And until that repulsion grows in us and says, well, hold on a second, I need to find out what's going on. What part am I playing in this? And if I am playing a part in it, is it voluntarily or involuntary? And can I say something? No one may hear it, but I know where I stand. And I think that ethical space, morality, it's not what society teaches us. It's your ethical space. That dissonance that we're all feeling, this is what it's going to give rise to. This is the flowering of it, where you think, no, I think I know where I stand. And that becomes very firm, yeah, grounded. And hence, we are feeling this level of disalignment, or another way of looking at it is like a storm and like grass or bamboo, right? If you're too rigid in yourself, the storm will break you. Got to act like a grass, sway with it, navigate with it, but realize there is no fixed opinion. No fixed opinion. Fixed. Your truth has to be your truth, no one else's. Because it ain't going to work, because they've all let you down. Which one of the truths that you have been told has stood up to scrutiny? Think about it. Which one? None of them. Because it's all been nonsense. Old people, people irrelevant to this age in an older world, having made certain worldviews, and that's become your normal, your normality. And now we're just tinkering around with it. So this new evolution, people are saying, oh, ascension, etc. It's an evolution. And we'll move from being religious to awakening. Now, once you awaken, it doesn't matter what it is, who it is, whether you're a Jain or a Christian or a Sikh or an atheist, anyone who's awake is awake. All you know is that you had a dream, and that dream was called religion. And someone just popped it. And once that pops, the dream pops, no one else is enabling you to awaken, but you will know and say, oh, I think I get it. And that's it. And it doesn't stop there. It's an evolution. Keeps growing. Hence, people with similar thinking, where you can debate, discuss, open such topics, will become more and more valuable, but more and more difficult to find as well. Because culture at the moment has no wisdom. There is no wisdom. The only wisdom is celebrities. That's the only wisdom there is out there. There is no other wisdom. Where else do you get it from? Yeah, where do you get your gyan from? Nowhere. Too much information, no wisdom. And what do I mean by wisdom? No one is telling you what life is about. You don't know what life is about. That's where wisdom begins. What's your life about? What are you doing here? No? No one talks about that. It's not about converting people. It's not about making the world a better place. What are you doing for you? For you. That's a fundamental question. And this is where conversations open up. Yeah? Where we and we only discover that through wisdom. Those who have walked the path will tell you. Those who haven't can't tell you anything. Because they're not there. You just sit them all, ask them all, and you'll find how little wisdom they have. But it can recite encyclopedic knowledge, but no wisdom. No wisdom. Okay, shall we begin with our meditation? So, as usual, we begin with our posture. Straighten your back, close your eyes, pull your shoulders back, and just make sure that your posture is comfortable. So, as you breathe in, bring your focus to your body, and you want to see if there's anything in the body that creates any discomfort. So, it could be a pain, it could be a tightness, it could be an itch. And if you just draw your chin in slightly, back of your neck will stretch. And once again, notice your posture, making sure that you're comfortable. Feel that your posture is comfortable and you're ready to begin. Imagine a hula hoop above your head. Allow it to move down, scanning your body for sensations. Next breath in. Bring your focus now to the chair that you're on. Notice that your seat, the ground holds you, and the seat holds you. So you can allow yourself to soften a bit. Notice that there are sensations where your body makes contact with your seat. Focus on those sensations. As you breathe in, you bring your focus up, so you begin to become aware of your hips. On your next breath out, allow this awareness to move down your thighs towards your knees. From your knees, you move down, scanning the back of your legs. Take your time. And this is a really important part of becoming aware. Notice what's happening with your body. And then from your knee, you scan the front of your leg towards your ankle. Notice your feet. And then notice the soles of your feet. Next breath in, bring your focus back to the seat you're on. And again, notice that you're held in place and the ground beneath you holds you. Notice your back is straight and upright. And then as you breathe in, allowing this awareness to move from your lower back, gently scanning the lower back, all the way up to the middle back. And if you come across any sensations or an ache, a pain, notice where it is. No need to judge it, no need to comment on it. Next, you go from your middle back up towards your shoulder blades. And then as you bring your focus on your shoulders, see if you can soften them a bit. And then from your shoulders, you move your focus down towards your elbows. From your elbows, you move towards the wrists. Notice the palms on your hands. Gently moving your focus to your fingers. And then when you're ready, as you breathe in, you bring your focus towards your eyes. Notice what you have awareness of. The back of your eyelids, darkness, thoughts, on your next breath out, you allow your eyes to soften. Next breath in, bring your focus to your lips. And again, you're going to scan the upper lip gently. Scan your lower lip. And then gently move your focus within your mouth. Notice the sensations on the roof of your mouth. Inside cheeks. Notice your tongue. Scanning it from the back to the tip. Allow it to soften. Allow your jaw to soften. And then as you breathe out, allow your face to soften. Next breath in. Once again, you become aware of your body as best as you can. Having done the scan, see if there's anything dominant. Gently move your focus just beneath your nose. Notice that the breath moves in and the breath moves out. Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. On your next breath in, You're going to move your focus within yourself. Notice what's going on within you, your inner climate. Notice what the mental space is like. Do you feel alert or do you feel drowsy? Is there something dominant in your mind? A thought or a situation that's distracting you? And then gently moving your focus to your chest. And you can just watch your chest moving in, chest moving out. Breathing in, you notice your chest expands. Breathing out, you know your chest relaxes. Stay with the breath. Notice the movements of the chest, allowing the breath to breathe by itself. On your next breath in, see if you can bring your focus a bit deeper into yourself. Go and sit with yourself, right in your very heart, holding your focus right in the center of your chest, as deep as you can. No waiting, just simply holding it there. And as you hold your awareness there, see how you're feeling right now, right this minute, or this moment. Does this moment feel peaceful? Does it feel anxious? Stay with your space. Stay with your space. Do you feel settled? Do you feel calm? Do you feel agitated? We're not going to try and change how we feel, but simply become aware. On your next breath out, open your awareness to all the sounds, noises around you. Not thinking about them, not working them out, just simply listening. Sounds which may be close to you, sounds which are further away from you. Just listening. listening. Next breath in, bring your focus just beneath your nose, and you're going to hold your focus there with a little bit of effort. And your commitment is just to watch your breath, no matter what happens. Allow the breath to breathe by itself. If you find your focus has been distracted by a sound or a thought, or my voice, notice the distraction, come back to your breath. Notice that the breath can only take place in the present moment. Every breath is unique. Every breath is a once in a lifetime event. Notice the in-breath has a start and an end. The out-breath has a start and an end. Notice how your breath is flowing. And now bringing your focus to your out-breath as best as you can, following it all the way till the end. Notice when it finishes. Allowing every out-breath to draw you deeper into the moment, remaining alert yet relaxed, following your out-breath all the way till the end. Stay with your breath. Notice when your out-breath finishes exactly. Notice how the breath is flowing now. Stay with your breath. Does your breath feel long? Does it feel short? And now focusing with all your awareness on the sound of your breath. Try and listen to the in breath as it comes in. Try and listen to your out breath as you go out. Listening to the in breath, listening to the out breath. Listening to the in breath, listening to the out breath. Now, on your next breath out, once again opening your awareness to all the sounds around you, including the sound of your breath, listening. And simply by listening, we become present. Gently bring your focus just beneath your nose, sitting with your breath in silence. Notice your experience. If it feels peaceful, focus on the peace. If it feels quiet, focus on the quiet. If you feel relaxed, focus on the relaxation. On your next breath out, expanding your awareness to become aware of your whole body as best as you can. And once again, just notice if there's any discomfort in the body anywhere. A pain, an ache, a tightness, an itch. Notice the seat still holds you in place. Sensations where your body makes contact with your chair or your seat. And then using those sensations as an anchor, move your focus to your hips, gently moving down your thighs towards your knees. Take your time. And then scanning the back of your legs, the front of your legs. Notice your feet. And then finally, the soles of our feet. Your back is straight and upright. Shoulders, arms, hands relaxed, comfortable. Eyes are still closed. Your mouth is still closed. And your face is relaxed. Coming back to your breath. As the breath comes in, you sense your body. As the breath goes out, you sense your body. Breathing in, I sense my body. Breathing out, I sense my body. Breathing in, I feel calm. Breathing out, I feel calm. Or however you're feeling. When you hear the next bell, use this bell to draw a few slow, deep breaths in, and in your own good time, gently opening your eyes. Take your time.